beautiful souls. Hello, Lisa here. And today's shame story is about showering, bathing, getting clean. You know, I think at heart, I'm a dirty hippie. And, you know, there's been a lot of shame coming up around that for me. And I mean, gosh, I've been thinking about making this video for a couple days now, and really, normally whenever I make one of these videos, I kind of have what worked for me. I don't have that in this. I'm still like, I don't know, free falling. I don't know what's right. I don't know what's wrong. I don't know what to do. So I do know that shaming myself is not making it better. So that's where this is going. But yeah, showering for me, like, so I really enjoy being in the shower. I really don't like getting out. But it's getting into the shower. You know, I will tell myself for a few days, like, hey, you need a shower, or I'm gonna shower today, right? And then that is a whole nother thing on its own, saying that I'm gonna do something and then not being able to. Doesn't that sound so silly though? Like I'm not able to get in the shower, but it's really like that. Like, I'll know I need one. I'll even kind of want one, but actually getting myself to get up and go into the room with all the clothes and towels and take my clothes off and get in. It's that part that really, like, I just have like functional freeze or something. I don't know. So it's also, it's more difficult when it's cold out because I don't like to dry my hair. I don't like to really do anything much to my hair or any part of my body. Like, I don't like all the chemicals, like makeup. I don't even really like using soap and conditioner. Like, I feel like it's all gonna eventually hurt us. Maybe I'm crazy, I don't know. But the more natural things are, generally that's where I like to be. And you know, I think about this a lot, like, you know, all of the people who lived before us, before we had these fancy skincare routines and shampoo, and you know, like, how much of it do we really need? How much of it are we doing for other people, and how much are we doing it for ourselves? And this is where I've made the most, like, progress in this journey of mine, is like, what do I want? You know, whenever I actually want a shower, instead of I'm showering because it's been 3 days and society tells me that I need to. You know, like last week, for example, I was sick, right? And there was one day where I showered 3 times because it made me feel like so much better, you know? You probably couldn't tell after I got out of the shower because my hair was all crazy, but like, there are some times where it's not hard. So it makes me wonder, like, I think it's probably because I'm thinking I have to do it, you know? But taking the shame off of this, right? Maybe it's not the best choice to not be clean. I don't even really know about that, but it certainly doesn't make me a bad human, or that there's something inherently wrong with me because I'm struggling in this area. You know, there's something going on, or there's probably like 100 different things going on, if I'm being honest, after thinking about this for the last few days. And it's interesting as I think about making this video, like, I don't know, it feels kind of cringe. I feel kind of gross admitting it, but I know I'm not the only one who struggles here. Struggling to get in the shower. Once I'm in, everything's great. And then I have to get out. And I don't like that part. I don't like my wet hair. I don't like having to brush my hair, honestly. Yeah. So if anybody else out there is carrying shame over this, maybe we can let it go together, because who cares? I mean, it's not like I'm stinky or, dirty. When I do get in the shower, but it's like, where does this shame come from? Why do I feel like I'm like less of a human because I'm having an issue motivating myself to do this thing? So, yeah, and that's where shame keeps you stuck in this too. So it's like, if you already aren't doing the thing and then you shame yourself for it, make yourself bad, make yourself something that's inherently wrong with me because I don't get in the shower when I'm supposed to. It keeps you stuck, because then it's like your belief is that there's something wrong with you. Maybe you'll believe that you don't deserve a shower on some really weird level, And this is where you stay stuck. And so that's why it's important to bring these things up and let them out in the open, and realize, as I like thinking about it, I'm like where does this mean this? Like, where does me not getting in the shower today mean that I'm a bad person? It sounds kind of silly, but this is what happens. So, yeah, let that shame go. You're not wrong. You're not bad. You're having a difficult time doing something pretty normal, but I know that there's a lot of us out there that struggle with this. And, a lot of it could be depression. A lot of it's like ADHD related. I know that whenever I'm feeling depressed, or whenever I'm in a depressive state for whatever reason, like, showering's the first thing to go for me. So it kind of is an indicator too of my mental state. But like, to not force it on yourself, not to fear there's a certain amount of fear you can give to yourself or to others to, like, get them to do what you want them to do, or get yourself to do what you want yourself to do. But I think at a certain level, all of that, like, it turns to shame, and then you get stuck, and then it's a spiral then, because you are already not doing the thing, so then that makes you a bad person. Then you still can't do the thing, which means you're even worse person, and it just keeps spiraling down. So really just noticing where these things are in your life and bringing the light to them, realizing, hey, that's kind of silly. I'm not a bad person. Like, I just maybe need help, or maybe I need to, like, be okay with taking a shower every 3 or 4 days. It's not hurting anybody. There are people all around the world. There's people since the beginning of time who have done that, and, like, they weren't bad. A lot of it's like social bull crap. The bottom line is, though, what do you want? Do you want the shower? Do you want to wear the makeup? Do you want to get all dressed up? And if you do, then awesome. But do what you want to do. Not because somebody else says you have to. Not because social rules say whatever. Like, be you. And be okay with that. Even if it goes against social norms. Bye.